Dealstorming is a process by which you bring everyone together who has a stake in the outcome when there's a big sales challenge, and you collaborate about solutions that moves the deal forward. It's based on the idea that every sale has 4 levels. Think of it like a video game. Level number 1 is making contact. Sometimes we get stuck there. Level number 2 is to conceive the opportunity that's win-win and high value to the customer. Level 3 is to convince the customer of our unique selling proposition. Level 4 is contracting, the art of consummating the actual deal. When you get stuck, if it's important enough, you build the team around it, and that diverse team dramatically improves the closing ratio and reduces the time it takes to close the deal. Absolutely. Prudential Retirement has a corporate B2B division that sells record-keeping services and technology solutions to major companies, say, that are implementing a 401k. And for Prudential Retirement, they've always believed that a quality deal is more important than a deal. So when they see an opportunity with a major company and 2 things are in place, they create a team, a Dealstorm team. They call it the SEALs team, inspired by the Navy SEALs, right? Because Navy SEALs is all about interactive teamwork. First thing Prudential Retirement looks for is a company where the leader of HR or the CEO believes that benefits are an opportunity to serve employees as opposed to check the box. They're really into that as a qualifying measure before they implement a SEALs team. The second thing they of course look for is the strategic value of a deal. It could be based on the revenue opportunity, the positioning in the market, or psychologically the importance to that sales team to win that particular account. So once they have this qualified, the SEALs team starts with what they call the fly people, the fly boys, the fly girls. These are people that fly around the world doing interviews and research. So for Prudential Retirement, the SEALs team process starts with research to clearly understand the opportunity, clearly understand their product market client fit, and then they have a series of these Dealstorm meetings that have diverse participation across groups. They have a set team, just like we had at Yahoo, of master facilitators who can lead those meetings, but at the same time keep the account executives fully empowered to lead post-meeting execution. When they have a success story, the success story is told throughout the company at their major events and conferences and through conference calls, and their leaders are always looking for something that worked in a particular situation that can scale across the enterprise. As one of the leaders at the company told me when I was interviewing them, we believe in thinking outside the box in order to make the box stronger. One of the things that makes Prudential Retirement so absolutely successful in Dealstorming is they approach collaboration like improv comedy, right? So improv comedy is based on yes and. I make an offer, you accept it, you build on the offer, and we create a joke. The first person that says yes but cuts the joke off. So quick example of a major breakthrough for them. So they were working on a particular sales opportunity where they were stuck in that convince stage. They were really trying to convince the committee, that's usually who buys their product, the retirement committee, that they had a unique selling proposition, which was prepare people for their entire life and not just till they get to be 65. So at the time, they had a commercial campaign running with author Dan Gilbert, who you might know, writes a lot of stuff, psychologist on happiness, and it was called Age Stickers. So it was a really compelling commercial where they had a wall the length of a football field in Austin. You might have seen this commercial, and that everybody that participated would put a sticker next to the age, it went from 0 to 100, of the oldest living person they knew. And what it visually demonstrated is that almost everybody knew somebody in their 80s or 90s, but the average corporate retirement plan got you to about 70. So it was a very visceral thing. So one of the people from marketing in the Dealstorm meeting was like, let's show the commercial. The next person who's not from the marketing group says, well, why don't we set up a dot wall in the actual meeting where the committee is? And then we'll show them, all the dots on the wall for the average, population. One of the salespeople said, well, wait a minute. Several of us are going to be presenting over the course of the committee meeting. Why don't we do a check-in? And when we do a check-in, when we start our presentation, we put a dot on the wall and say, hey, my Aunt Fanny is 84 years old. She lives in, Norcross, Georgia. And that makes it a little bit more personal. But the magic sauce happened when a person far outside the sales group said, I got a great idea. Why don't we, at the end of the meeting, let the committee in on the action so each one of them can check in and put a dot on the dot wall? And what Michael Dominguez tells me, who leads the sales team there, is once we started doing that, our close ratio went to over 80%. Because when the committee started to put dots on the wall, it became crystal clear to them what the difference was between the traditional Prudential Retirement way and the competitor's way. Prudential Retirement prepared people for their entire life and not just what penciled at a CFO level. And that's a great example of a sales team, a deal storming team, working collaboratively to not just win deals, but to become a bigger winner out in the market space.